Hey loves, Keisha Rice here. So let's take some time today to talk about phobos. Not FOMO, as in fear of missing out, but faux beaux, as in a fake boo, fake boyfriend. What I'm talking about here are guys who act as if you have a relationship with him. So we're talking things like he regularly takes you out. You have met members of his family, maybe even his parents. You have met his friends. You maybe even have met some coworkers. Like, this has all the markings of relationship. It walks like a relationship, it talks like a relationship, but it's not actually a relationship. And let's talk about why it's not actually a relationship. Because whenever the two of you get into a discussion about making this a real relationship, as in, hey, are we official? Hey, is this exclusive, or can I also date other people? Hey, what are your thoughts on marriage? Whenever you get to those things, he starts saying things like, oh, well, I'm just trying to chill right now. We're having such a good time. Why don't we just see how this goes? Or, I don't really like labels or anything like that. Or, marriage is just a piece of paper. I've been seeing that meme a lot on Facebook lately. Marriage is just a piece of paper, but so is money, and people work hard for that. But, anyways, so you have all the makings of a relationship, but whenever it comes time to talk about being a real couple, being in a real relationship, he doesn't seem interested in that. Or he changes the subject really quickly. Or maybe he flat out tells you, like, hey, not right now. Let's talk about this maybe in a couple of months down the road. I just want to take things slowly. Here's the thing about phobos. They can be really comfortable. Kind of like an old, torn up pair of sweatpants or something. It can be nice to have your phobo who pretends that the two of you are in a relationship, because it can be nice to know that you're regularly going out on dates. It can be nice to have someone that you can introduce your friends to as well, especially if you're in a situation where all of your friends are booed up and you're still single. It can be comforting to have that guy that you can call up on the phone and the two of you can talk, or the two of you text back memes back and forth to each other. But if you want a relationship and the man that you're with says that he isn't really interested in a relationship, or he keeps dodging the question whenever you try to bring up anything that has some semblance of a real relationship, then you really need to reconsider whether or not this relationship is worth it. Because let's be real here. If you are with a phobo, you are basically a higher class level of escort. You have found yourself in a situation where someone is happy to take you out. They are happy to show you to friends and family. You will be easily approved and all of that good stuff. But they're not willing to commit to you. And you are a cherished woman. You're worth way more than that. You are worth way more than someone giving you maybe an hour or two of their time a week. You are worth way more than being their go-to for office parties so that they always have a +1. You are worth way more than being strung along for God knows how long in hopes that this will actually turn into something real, instead of a reality TV show where it kind of sort of looks real, but you know that there's a lot going on behind the scenes and that it's not actually what it is that you want. So I want to talk to you about why you may be finding yourself in these relationships. One, there are some men of the, say, pickup artist variety, that can smell desperation from a mile away. So if you are operating in a desperate energy, especially if you are stuck on timelines, I have to find a husband by a certain age, or I have to hurry up and find a man because all of my friends are in relationships. If you are operating in that space, in that energy, There are some men who will easily pick up on that, and they will try to take advantage of that. And some of those will become your faux beaux. There's also a matter of maybe because you've had a few bad relationships, you've gotten a little bit jaded. So you start to feel like, hey, there are no good men out there, or I'm never going to get married, or you keep telling yourself, I'm never going to be in a committed relationship. And because you have these thoughts, first of all, that is why you keep attracting these types of men. I use this Bible verse all the time because it's so true. As a man thinketh, so is he. Because you keep continuing to tell yourself this, frankly, nonsense, that is why you keep attracting men who fit the description of not wanting commitment. You have to start believing it before you see it. When you start believing that you are worthy of a cherished relationship, you're worthy of having a purpose partner, that you are worthy of having someone commit to you, cherish you, adore you, and help you fulfill the purpose that God has in your life, when you start telling yourself that and actually believing it, you're going to attract a man who that is all he wants. All he wants is to cherish you and to make that commitment to you. But if you don't believe that that's possible, then you'll never find it. That is one of the reasons why I have my Marriage Minded program, because I believe mindset over everything. It's not until you start developing this mindset that you can step into being a cherished woman, the type of woman who easily attracts quality men. So we talked about the fact that you may be attracting faux beaux because men can see the desperation. We talked about the fact that you may be attracting faux beaux because you've gotten yourself a little jaded over time. And another reason why you may be attracting faux beaux is because you are naturally a fixer and you like to fix things. So you see these men who are not ready for commitment. Again, they have no problem with taking you out. They have no problem with you meeting their family, you meeting their friends. They have no problem with you meeting their coworkers, but they won't actually make the real commitment. They won't promise you exclusivity. They don't want to talk about marriage at all. They don't want to talk about future plans with you, because that is a serious red flag here. If a man will not discuss future plans with you at all, like you mentioned something, today's the first day of summer, if you mention something like, oh, I missed that summer concert that's happening this weekend, I can't go because of work, but next summer you and I should go ahead and make plans to go. I'll make sure that next year I take the time off for it. And he's like, oh, that's too far away, let's not talk about something like that now. When a guy's hesitant to make any kind of future plans with you, serious red flag. So again, you may be finding yourselves in these faux beau relationships because you are in a space where not only are you jaded, or not only are you feeling feelings of desperation, but you may also be in a situation where you want to fix someone and you believe that all of this faux beau-ness is because he's just a little immature. He just needs to grow up a little bit. You know, he's young, or his parents spoiled him and he was used to, constantly having everything given to him, and now he's really just now learning how to be a man. And because he's so immature, that's why he can't commit to me in a real relationship. And he just needs a little time. Maybe he does need a little bit of time, but you ain't got time. If that is seriously the case, then move on. If he's meant for you, then he'll come back. And if not, then you saved yourself all this heartache of being in a fake relationship for God knows how long, because it was convenient, and because you were able to say that you had someone, and because you really thought at some point that you might be able to fix him and make him be emotionally mature. When, spoiler alert, if his mama couldn't raise him, then you won't be able to either.